No, we do it again. I tell you the story again. So, how can I tell this story? Hello, God, and welcome to my sacred space. It's Silvia here, your irresistible, one and only, most trusted and chosen esoteric artist and evolutive mentor. I'm here to support your ascension journey when you are already a spiritually evolved and awakened being. And so, what do? We stay on track of this amazing path. We keep going, we keep the focus, we keep the power on, we keep ourselves vital, vibrant, and on target. Okay, so all my services and products are listed below in the description of this video. You can start with what? With something free. You can have my amazing love and art coloring album, which will give you my free newsletter as well. Otherwise, there are other products and services. Check them out and choose yours right now. I'm looking forward to supporting you in a fantastic esoteric art session. Okay, I've got a very beautiful story to tell you. And you know that I love to share success stories. This is a very beautiful one, and this is one that you can get inspiration from when you need to manifest documents, papers, you know, something maybe that concerns law or otherwise, and any kind of paper and documents that you may need. So this is my story. This is the story of a conscious manifestation using the power of affirmations, the power of awareness, of being aware of my own powers, the power of decision, and the power of trusting as well. So let me just tell you what unfolded. Okay, so here is the story. My son turned 14 and he had to transition from the pediatrician to a doctor for adults, let's say like this. So what I had to do, it was to go to the office and ask for this document, you know, that tells that he has a doctor for adults and not the pediatrician anymore. So what I did in my schedule, it was to go to this office on the first Monday available after his 14th birthday. On that Monday, I also had another appointment, and so I had to catch the train at a certain point. So I only had kind of, let's say, half an hour or something like that to stay at the office, you know, and do all I had to do and get that document. What happened is that I went to that office just before to catch the train, but the office was still closed. So I had to wait there for something like 15-20 minutes. And I wasn't the first one in line. There were other people before me. What happened is that when the office opened, the first person in queue before me, that person was there exactly for my very same reason. He was there to ask for a new doctor, and he was asking exactly for the doctor I wanted to have for my son. And the clerk at the office said to that, you know, let's say client or customer, how you want to call it, to that person, well, this is the only spot I have today for this doctor. So the last spot available to have that doctor was taken by that person before me in the queue. So, my schedule changed drastically because I had that thing in plan. I wanted that doctor because I have that doctor, and I wanted my son to have the very same doctor, to have all the family, with the same doctor. Also, I had the train to catch, so I said, what can I do? I mean, I can wait for my turn, but then what can I do? Maybe something will happen, I don't know, and they will find another spot available for me. Anyway, I didn't have time anymore, so I left the office, I went to catch the train, and I went to my appointment. The day after, I went back to the office, and I was the first one in queue. I was the first one in queue. So as soon as the office opened, I entered it, I got my ticket, I went to the clerk, and I said, I'm here for the doctor, for my son. And I said, I want this doctor. And he said to me, sorry, but all the spots have been taken. I don't have any more spots available for this doctor. So maybe you have to come back another day, and see if there is a spot available. Otherwise, I don't have doctors right now for you. And I said, no, I don't want to come back. And I don't want another doctor anyway. So the clerk was so kind and told me, okay, listen, give me your email address. I keep your practice here, and as soon as a spot will be available, I will email to you the document that you need. And I said, okay, great. And I left the office. So, I was kind of, can I say, disappointed? Anyway, that was a circumstance, a situation that wasn't exactly according to my plans. It was in between. I was in a kind of waiting position. So what I did is this. I am the God of my own reality, and I decide. So when I decide that there is a spot available on the list for that doctor for my son, there is a spot available on that list for that doctor for my son. And this is the only option. This is the only option. There is a spot available for my son on that doctor's list. There is a spot available for my son on that doctor's list. And so I came back home, and I worked a little bit with affirmations on this fact that I am the God of my own reality, and those people, the clerk, the doctor, maybe all the other patients on that list, they just do what I decide they do, because they are in my own reality. So they act according how I expect them to act. So I work with this kind of affirmations. There's a spot for my son, and everything is going right. Everything is perfect in my life. And, that's it. This is the only option. There's a spot available on that list of that doctor for my son. That's it. And I work on this for a couple of days, but not affirming all day long. Just, I guess I did it a couple of times in 2 days. That very day I went to the office, and the day after. And then, I had the thought a few days later about this thing, but I was thinking inside myself, well, there's a spot for my son, and something will, turn and move and adjust in order for my son to have that spot on that list. And to be honest, I then have completely forgot about that episode. I have completely forgot it because I was so caught about my life. I was so caught about other manifestations, other, tasks to do, other things to do. And I totally have forgotten about that episode. Well, today I received an email and I was just working with my telephone. So I had the screen right, in front of me. And I saw this notification. I opened the email and it was that paper I didn't need it. The paper for the new doctor for my son. That doctor I wanted. Already sent to me, already done, already registered, let's say like this, in that list. So this manifestation took exactly 3 weeks. I have affirmed for it twice, maybe 3 times. And for twice, I mean that I spent a few minutes just repeating that everything is perfect in my life. There's a spot available in that list. Of course, there is a spot available in that list for my son. This is the only option. And then I forgot it. I have forgot about it completely. When I received the message today, done it. 3 weeks. I have told you this story because for me it's a very beautiful conscious manifestation that I have done. That document was important for me. It was truly important. It was important. And the other thing that I want to share with you is this. Sometimes, I say sometimes because maybe this is not the case for you, maybe this is not all the times. Sometimes we do care so much about our manifestations that we add a lot of stress to them. Maybe constriction and pressure to them. And for other manifestations that we consider to be small or anyway important but less important than others, we do not care so much and we are more caught after some other tasks as it unfolded for me. And then we forget about them. And when we have totally forgotten about them, something clicks and we have it and we receive it. I mean, in the physical form, of course, because in the ethereal it already exists. So we are able to withdraw it somehow from the ethereal to the physical. So this is to say that indeed all manifestations are the same. We are the ones who give a meaning, an importance, a weight, a dimension to them, This is bigger, this is smaller, this is more important, this is less important. Oh, this is first, this is second. Something like this. But indeed, they are all neutral. They are all neutral. And we should use this story as an example as well to apply to other manifestations which we consider to be more important. We should take them with the same approach. This approach of, well, even though I forget about it, who cares? That is done. Because, and this is the second point, there is the only option that we have chosen. So first we choose, we decide that that option that we desire, that is the only one. There isn't another option available. That is the only one. So sooner or later, that is going to be withdrawn from the ethereal to the physical. And we are going to experience it in our terrestrial plane. Because that is the only one. There's no other option. That is the only one. That is the only option which we feed. So, okay, there are two big points here, or two shining bright points here. The first one is to consider all manifestations neutral. So we take away from them some stress, some pressure, and we make all more playful. Manifestation is meant to be light and playful, something that makes us feel good, something that we enjoy creating, working on, playing with. And the other thing is to decide the only option which we want and just embrace that one. All right? So let's take the pressure off all of our manifestation. Let's make it playful, fun, enjoyable. And then let's choose the only option, which is the one that we allow in our three-dimensional reality. In other words, in our physical world, in other words, the only version, the only option which we are withdrawing from the ethereal to the physical. All right then, so I am very glad that I could finally share this video with you. This was my choice anyway from the beginning. I wanted to share this story with you. So now I am going to report this beautiful manifestation in my journal. And this is maybe a hint for another video, how much reporting our manifestations helps us to keep on going, to keep the motivation high, to stay on track, and basically to do exactly what I was telling you at the very beginning of this video, to keep on embodying our God state and to keep on using our powers and practicing with them. So until next time, take very good care of yourself and of your powers. See you very soon. Much love.